So in summary, it is a multi-purpose center. Like once a farmer comes to this multi-purpose center, which will be having a RBK kiosk, and beside the kiosk there will be a half acre of land in which all these godowns, drying platform, primary processing equipments, Janta Bazaar, everything will be there. What are the machineries required for primary processing? Primary processing, we have the standards which have been created for cereals, pulses, and oil seeds, which are grown in Andhra Pradesh. You require dryers, threshers, cleaners, gravity separators, polishers, milling facilities for pulses, and you require quality assaying equipment. Now, all these equipments will be stationed at the village level, or in other words, at the RBK level, for farmers to process their products and eventually sell it on e-marketing. To add, we wanted to stress on e-marketing and its components. It's a platform which will facilitate farmers and FPOs to buy and sell agri-produce at remunerative prices by strengthening existing or creating new supply chain using technology. And we are incorporating all the good features and all the other good non-existing features also in our e-marketing platform. What is Janta Bazaar? So Janta Bazaar is basically a network of supermarkets at the village level and ward level maintained by FPOs, which will supply all perishable and non-perishable essential commodities to the people of the village at optimal prices by bringing producers and buyers on a common platform. It's a retail outlet. In fact, we are in touch with some groups like, some groups I would not want to name, the major companies, which are trying to get into a partnership with us, where, Janta Bazaar will start selling their product. One reason for having this webinar is also to understand are there good ideas which can be taken from the private sector and which can be partnered with the private sector. And we are investing heavily in farm gate infrastructure. We are creating multi-purpose facility center in all villages, depending on the crop. And we are trying to create new supply chains. Please understand that there is no e-marketing platform in the government sector. I'll just conclude with 5 big blocks. A, godowns and cold rooms. Storage facilities, that is one block. Second block is primary processing center. Third block is assaying facilities. Fourth block is e-marketing platform. Fifth block is Janta Bazaar. So this is a big 5 blocks. And each of these is a deep subject in itself and can actually attract a lot of interested private players to operate. So this is from my side. And I just want to open the conference to any person who wants to interact. Now, obviously, this will be a preliminary interaction. As of now, KPMG will be interacting with you. Subsequently, we'll be in touch with you if you are interested to take this further. So I'll conclude my presentation. Thank you very much. And please be free to comment on this or generally also.
So firstly, thanks for arranging a session like this to kind of exchange views. It's quite useful. And I just had a couple of thoughts. So we are basically an agri-commodities and food supply chain company. So we operate across fresh as well as dry commodities as well. I just want to share a couple of snippets from our experience. So when we operate in the agri-commodity space, there is a lot of standardization which is available when we get produce from abroad. So for example, if we take urad, Burma urad is extremely found to be very standard. There are 2 grades, FAQ and SQ, superior quality and fair average quality. So this helps reduce a lot of friction in the supply chain thenceforth. So, and Andhra, for example, is extremely endowed with very high quality urad crop. This is the black gram. So many of the areas near, I think, Ongole, etc., they are Tenali are very well known for their high yielding urad crop. So as Mr. Pradyumna IAS had mentioned, if there is this focus on assaying and standardization which can happen at the growing areas, I think this can go a long way in creating a market starting with AP, but also happened in other places as well. And these are these are grown in like 4-5 million tons per year in the country. So this is a step in the right direction. I also want to share one of the other observations. In summary, I think standardizing the commodities available, apart from creating market access, can really help in expanding the market and also getting better prices for everyone. The second part is, there is a lot of focus on physical infrastructure. I think for right reasons, basic infrastructure is needed, especially cold storages in a decentralized way, as you have rightly said, because these are grown in very different places. There are cold storages for potato, etc., which are available, but these are very concentrated. If there are decentralized cold storages, for slight price variations, this can really help
you to identify the focus areas, sir. And maybe certain changes in the quality of the raw material, again from the market linkage point of view, from the food processing also, which are the changes required. Suppose sometimes even the varietal change also required to make it more processable, because most of the varieties what we have are table varieties in the fruits and vegetable sector, and changes there also will be helpful, sir. Otherwise, RBKs are excellent, and the initiatives are massive and far-reaching positive impact, sir. Congratulations, sir. Certainly, great initiatives.
Thank you, Krishna Kumar Garu. Our initial idea was that we will divide the state into maybe 1,000, 2,000 clusters, and each cluster will be operated by an FPO. Procurement through private partner is also an emerging area. Only thing is that private partner may not be willing to procure at that rate, but what it ensures is it ensures a lot of good quality procurement.
So thank you very much for sharing all the opportunities. In fact, we mentor a group of FPOs which are across the country, and some of the FPOs are in this part of the country also. So we would like to explore the opportunities where our FPOs can get the benefit of actually get connected to the benefits you have shared. In some cases, maybe selling their products through your e-market channels. And we will like to go for that.
Hi, sir. This is Rahul. I take care of rice business. So we majorly are a distribution company who works with the traders to distribute the products to the retailers across cities, right? Now, from the presentation that you have shared, right, from the bat, I can actually think of two things that, the AP government can partner, right? So one point is basically from the FPO standpoint, of course, all of these FPOs that you're talking about would create their own brands, or, so they'll have to sell it in Janta Bazaars, right?